Welcome, boys. Okay, this is going to be the first bike we have on the channel. We're going to be doing some work on it today. So, I got the owner beside me. What are we working on today?
2020 Yamaha R6.
Alrighty. Let's get a good view of this thing, boys. You buy this thing brand new?
Sure did.
Very good. You had one prior to this one, didn't you?
2017.
Was it the same color?
Yep.
And you sold it, regretted that decision, and purchased a new one, right?
Yep, this is the last model year of it.
Alright, so we're not going to make that mistake again, are we?
No.
Okay, so we are going to do some work and upgrades today, boys. What do we got here on the floor?
So we got a driven sprocket set, and then we've got the PBR tool for the chain brake. And we've got Litech chain adjusters. We've got a 3D EK chain 525.
Alright. We already got the bike on the stands, so I'm sure if you guys are watching this, you know how to get your bike up off the ground. So no need to film that part, but now we can dive right in. We do, right off the get-go, know that we have a 32 millimeter nut that has to come off of here. So we'll get to that when we get to it. But we got to move a few things out of the way first. So we'll go ahead and dive right in, boys. And as I usually say, I'll apologize in advance for the wind noise. But it's hot out, and your boy doesn't feel like dying of a heat stroke. So let's dive in.
Alright, so we're going to mark these splines here, so when we take this off, we will know how to put this back on correctly when we put it back together. So this is 10 millimeter.
And this is for our gear selection, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we want to go ahead and get that exactly back where it was, just in case we don't need any funny business going on, right?
And I'm going to take off this cover here. This is going to be 5 mil T-handle.
And since I know some of my viewers who are watching this may have already noticed the stickers and said to themselves, hey, wait a minute, those stickers don't come on the 2020. You're right, 2020 ones were removed, the 2017 ones look better, that's why they're on there.
Do you want to record taking this fairing off? I gotta take this whole fucking fairing.
Yeah, I'll just... What size is that?
8 mil.
Alright.
This is for the frame slider.
8 hex. For that. What size we got for these little dudes?
They're all different.
Oh,
This little guy's 4.
of course they are. Alright, boys, well, we do have to take this off to gain access. So, I'll go ahead and set you up on the time-lapse, boys. Enjoy the music. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
This might have been what I used last time.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Easiest way to do it. Now the only reason I'm taking that off is I'm doing an oil change too.
Okay.
So you don't have to take that off. At least I don't think.
Well, you heard it here first, boys. Took that off because he's doing an oil change. Do you have to? Probably not. But, if you're going to change your sprockets, hey, you might as well do an oil change at the same time and get it all done in one glorious go. Okay, boys, 30 on this guy, and 32 on our back over there, so we good.
Ready to go into the
Alright, boys, I'll let Carter handle this spot since he knows more about these bikes than I do. What am I looking at exactly?
Alright, so this is going to be for your chain adjustment, so I'm going to take a factory reading on how much chain slack I've got. So I'm going to put this guy right up against this edge, and we're going to move this chain as far as it'll go up, and we're going to take it off, and we've got 30. So that's our chain slack.
Alright, and why is that important?
So when we put our new chain and sprocket back on, we're going to adjust our chain back to 30.
Alright, very good. Is there a reason for that?
Chain wear.
And we don't like chain wear, do we, boys? And we may have glossed over the beginning. What is the point of changing out this chain and sprocket? What are you going for?
So I'm going up 2 teeth in the rear, down 1 tooth in the front for more low-end torque.
More low-end torque. All right,
I'm putting
boys.
a better chain on.
What makes this new chain better?
So this is one of the top brands, and it's gold and black. And
well, chicks do dig gold and black, so that right there.
It's just one of the top brand chains out there.
Alrighty then. Well, let's get to removing our chain then. Okay, boys, and so we got the pry tool set here. So you're holding the wheel stationary, right?
Yep.
And then I'm going to use my 30 to bust this nut loose, giggity. And then, alright, so we'll go ahead and set you up on the nut that we're going to bust loose. That's what she said. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, that was easy. You want her all the way off?
No, you leave it. Nope, that thing's badass.
Fuck yeah, it is. Fucking $300+ well spent. This was not a cheap tool.
Okay.
Alright, what are we doing, Holmes?
We're going to grind off one of the chain links.
And that's so we can get this bitch off?
Yep.
Alright, boys, grind action. Somehow I feel like we should just be using an impact on that.
I think it's a no-impact kind of tool.
Oh, I make every tool an impact kind of tool. I don't care what the fuck it is. It says not impact rated, and I go, we'll see about that. Not impact rated my ass. Actually, you know, I did that on that one video. I don't know if you watched that one. It was the ball joint video. I opened up the press, and there's a big fucking sticker, and it says, not rated for impact. And I go, I rip the sticker off, and I go, now it is. And then I freaking, and then fucking went to town on it.
Great.
I even did, because I got that idea from Futurama. There's a Futurama episode where Fry's about to put something in the microwave, and it says, do not microwave. So he just rips the sticker off, and he's like, and fucking tosses it in. And then, so I actually spliced that little scene into my video for that, just for that reason. Boom goes the dynamite. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Recording the chain coming off.
Fuck yeah. It's like the highlight of the video right there. This might even be a good thumbnail right here. That might be the thumbnail, boys.
She is. Okay, it's about time for a smoke break, because this is where shit's going to get interesting.
Alright.
We gotta be very careful taking that fucking back wheel off.
Well, careful's my middle name. I don't know about yours.
It's got an ABS wheel over here. And I heard that you can break that motherfucker pretty easy.
ABS sensor?
This wheel. It's like
Oh,
plastic.
these are a little electro-ring kind of thing on an ABS. Okay, okay. Well, those are the same. Those aren't any different than what's on a car. It's kind of the same thing, like on my BMW.
Well, it's because there's minimal clearance here when you take the brake out.
Well. Alright then, boys, you heard that. Smoke break time. Okay, boys, this is our new sprocket. There's the old one.
Tooth. We're replacing it with a 15 tooth, one down in the front. So, see how high that one sits up? You want to make sure it's even. See, that'd be a no-go there. So this is the way it's going to go on.
Assuming that as well.
So 45, 47.
Very good. Alright, boys, and these new nuts, say 29 foot-pounds max, so we're going to rock 29 foot-pounds.
I'm going to start at 20 and go on up. Millimeter.
12 millimeter for the...
We're getting rid of the stock adjusters.
Alright, we got aftermarket replacements, or what we got going on?
Aftermarket.
Alright, very good. Well, that's pretty neat. It's even got a little...
We got that ratchet style.
Oh, nice.
For adjustment. So, how you want to do this? This piece of shit going to this? You want to say something?
I mean, we'll just say it like that then. So this is our factory stock piece of shit, and this is our newfangled aftermarket not piece of shit ratcheting, yes? And
go ahead and ratchet it.
Nice. Where are we going?
That just sits right up in there. So this guy goes here. Put that in like so.
Where'd you find that thread locker so fast, though?
Toolbox.
Okay. I didn't even put it on.
Okay, now, should be just
4 around here.
there it is. Just gonna hand tight it right now. Alright. Now there should be, there they are.
Okay, boys, before we put our axle shaft back in, make sure you lube your shaft, giggity. Want it to slide right in the hole. That's what she said. No resistance. This is what separates the men from the boys.
Okay. This little guy right here, where this is what they snap off.
Oh yeah, so they snap the axle ABS sensor off. Careful.
That needs to sit in that axle hole. Just like that.
Alright, I'll hold it where I'm not going to get tension in right about here-ish. Well, why, what?
I don't know. Take a pause. Let's see what's going on here.
Go more backwards?
Well, I wonder.
Because this one's got like a taper in it. This one has no such thing.
So, what I'm thinking is that I think we're gonna have to swap that one to that one.
That's what I'm thinking.
But they're on the correct way. It's just the factory fucked it up.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on this side.
Yeah. So if we put this one over here, it's gonna be fucking
Yeah, it's going to be upside down, but is it supposed to be upside down? You wouldn't think so. But if there's no way to get that out of there, then you're going to be forced against our will to, unless there is a way to get it out.
Well, they got it in there.
It's true. I mean, if they got it in there somehow, then there has to be a way to get it out, right? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it just threaded in? But every time you move that, it's pulling that thing, isn't it? Yeah. So how the hell does that work? Okay, boys. So here's what we got going on. It would appear we can't get our axle shaft through there because they're backwards. So the simplest solution would be, well, why don't you just take that one, put it on that side, take that one, put it on that side. Well, then our shit would be upside down, and we don't like upside down stuff on this channel. So we're going to disassemble this and swap this non-tapered side out, put it on that side, and then fix it that way. So we'll cut back once we get that done. Okay, boys, and down here, this is after we've disassembled it. So here's what you got to do. There's the little set screws in here. Well, those have to come out. Once you get them out, you will then be able to freely rotate that long bolt and take it out of that guy. And then so once we do that, we're just going to rotate and do the factory's work for them. So we're going to keep the text right side up, and we're just going to flip those guys out of the way then, so then that way we won't have them their problems. Everything will be fine. So a minor setback. You guys do what you got to do for yourselves, but if it's not backwards for you, fine. Or if you want to put them upside down, well, that's fine too. But like I said, I got OCD. Carter's got OCD. None of us like having shit backwards. That just bothers us. We won't be able to sleep at night. See, now she comes out. Boom. And now we can rotate that and that, and then just reassemble it. And as you can see, the bolts got these little divots that those pins, set screws go in. So, alright, we'll cut back once we get back to where we were before we had to go off on this adventure. Okay, boys, and now we're back where we were. We have it set on 30, and so we did the factory's job, swapped these two things so we can slide the axle shaft back through that way. You may be saying to yourself, well, couldn't you just slide the axle shaft through this side? And I was thinking that myself, but then I thought to myself, well, the factory had it on that side for a reason, I think. And maybe they didn't. Maybe you could do that if your OCD bothered you. But we like to keep everything the way it was, because what if they had it over there for a reason? We don't want to be out in the middle of nowhere and we figured out why the factory had it through the other direction. So we went ahead and fixed it. Everything's fine now, so we're going to go ahead and put the wheel back on.
It's close, man.
It's gotta be, these holes.
I gotta get it up on that brake. Right there.
Oh.
How's it looking?
Well, we need to come, I need to move this shit back so it'll slide through here. We got a ways to go before you're going to get through here, so let me move this back. We're getting close. But I think with some finagle.
Try sliding that axle.
Yeah, you'll have to slide, you'll have to just wiggle this. You gotta go down a little more. Right here. Yeah, give her a little pushy wiggle.
need torque specs.
But we don't do that until the chain's adjusted.
Right. Yeah.
Alright, well, I think it's about break time.
You heard it, boys. Smoke break number 3. Okay, boys, here's our brand spanking new chain. It's got some sort of wax on it, so word on the street is you clean this nasty wax off with some odorless mineral spirits. Because if you don't, well, your bike may get a bunch of shit slung on it, and you don't want them problems.
That one. I just can't take out this one, right?
I think you have to take out
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, because this one, there's still going to be a link left on it.
Right.
So let's take out this one.
Yep. Once that one comes out, and then remember, we also still have room to move backwards because we're on the 30. You can go back to 40 or up to 0. So we got room to play either direction.
It's like, hold it like right there.
Right here?
Yeah. Crushing it that way. Now I gotta make sure I get the right one. It's this one.
Yeah, that one's all gnarly.
I don't want to touch this at all.
You think? It wasn't going to fit? Ah, it looks close. Alright, boys, it says it's good with that. We are at, and I mean, these are some minor adjustments. Like, one click moves this thing like fractions of an inch. Fractions of a millimeter, I would say. So, where we have it, it is at like between 30 and 31, closer to 30. And what's your chain slack reading did you get? 30. So we're pretty close to 30 here, 30 on the chain slack. Your mileage may vary, of course, but that's what we got. And yeah, we did have to cut 2 links out, and as you saw while we were doing that, yeah, that tool's great and all for pushing that pin through, but that's after you grind that head off. So just go to the grinder, grind that shit off, and then press your pin out. What are we measuring at? 1.975, boys. And as we were discussing off camera, we have 3 master link sets because we haven't done this before. Apparently when you press these on, you only get 1 shot. If you fuck it up and it's too tight, well, guess what? You're grinding it off and doing it again. So we got 3 just in case. because we don't want to get caught with our pants down, boys. Okay, boys, so we are set, we believe. I mean, what do you say?
Because once I rivet this, it's over.
You think we're good, though, right?
Let me see what the measurement here is. That's right at 0. $10,000 difference. And hopefully that ain't too tight. I mean, it feels good. I mean,
if it feels okay, I'd say it's okay. 10,000 ain't really that much.
yeah, that one, inside that one. You want to feel that?
Yeah, let's get a second opinion.
Feel like a couple of them, backward and forward.
They feel fine to me.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Alright,
Yep, I don't feel it binding at all, so... Alright, boys, that's it. We're close enough for government work. There's a difference of 10,000ths of an inch. But I feel like they feel the same. So, that's it, boys. We're going to rivet it in. And once they're on, they're on. So, make sure you get as close as you can. There she blows. That's what you want it to look like afterwards. Yeah, I don't think she's coming off. And I will also go ahead and say, even if you weren't doing this sick mod with the new chain and sprocket, I recommend this mod because that whole factory thing where you're having to break out the freaking calipers and shit and measure exactly how far you are here on the... That's for the birds, man. This is much nicer little setup. That way there is no question. Is it the same on both sides? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, now we just need to torque to spec our sprockets and our axle nuts, and we are golden, boys. Okay, boys, we're ready to torque. And what's our torque spec on that front one?
65.
65 foot-pounds. Perfect. Double check our work, boys. Always click twice. It's one of those deals. Tell me when to stop.
Okay.
Mint. Alright, what about our rear axle?
68 maybe or something. But I kind of want to
You can always go up and toward. Okay, boys. Now we're going to use our handy dandy little tool here. Make sure our chain is in fact straight. So you slide this little deal over the chain so you can get a good visual. What do you think? Okay, yep, I see it. Hopefully this camera captures what we can see here, boys. Assuming the tool is in fact straight, we just need to make a wee bit of an adjustment. Okay, boys, made a few fine-tuned adjustments. Assuming you can see up in there. Let me get you up in there. See, it's definitely straighter than it was. It was pointing to the right. Now it's like freaking perfectly straight. What are our measurements then? What's on this side? 32? And this side is...
That one's 28.
Oh yeah, okay, my bad. 28 on this side.
I'm going to take this tool off and rotate this chain. I want to watch it.
And then what's this side? This side is the 32?
Yeah, so we're 4.
Alright. The tool was on straight, boys. We did confirm it was on the sprocket straight, so now we'll give it the old spinny spin. It was 30 before, it's 30 now still, looks like, so that's good. Alright, so we just need to tighten the rear axle nut, boys. I think that's going to be a boom done. How's it looking? The boys up in here. Let's see what's going on. Well, looks good to me. Always double check your work, boys. Is that a wrap? Okay, boys, and there you have it. That is how we replace the rear sprocket, front sprocket, and chain on our Yamaha R6. We got one less tooth on the front now, 2 more teeth on the back. I'm going to lube the chain up here. That way she's all nice and quiet and good to go. So that's it. The point of this video is you don't need to take this bike somewhere and pay somebody to do this. Do it yourself, boys. If we can do it, you can do it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you liked what you saw, stick around because we will be doing more content on this beast. We're about to do the oil change. So like I mentioned earlier, we took that panel off. You don't so much need to do it on this repair or upgrade, but we are going to need to do that for oil change, which will be its own video, so stick around for that. Catch you in the next one, boys. Thanks for watching. Peace.